I am so excited because not only is this my September TBR, but it's time to announce the next 3 months of Sleep When I'm Dead book club picks. What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessie, and today, like I said earlier, it's my September TBR and also Sleep When I'm Dead book club picks, which I know a lot of you have been like curious about what these picks are, and I'm so excited because I finally have all the details finalized and I'm ready to talk about it. First off, if you didn't know, I do have some new Sleep When I'm Dead book club merch. This is the Death by TBR crew neck. We also have it in hoodies and t-shirts, and then we also have another one which I've ordered, I just haven't received it. It is the Ghosting You for a Good Book. Also comes in a crew neck, so make sure you check out the links down below so you can pick up your own book club merch. If you're new to my channel, I have an online book club called Sleep When I'm Dead. It is a monthly book club book discussion on my channel here, where I have other creators and YouTubers and Instagrammers come on and we talk about a thriller pick. This year I've been really focusing on new releases, and I feel like you guys have been really excited about that. I've also been really excited about new releases, so I see a good trend going. So today, before we get into my September TBR, I want to talk about the picks for October, November, and December. So let's talk about them. All right, so the first one I want to talk about is October, which is also my birthday month, in case you were curious. And I'm so excited because I will have my really good friend Zoe here on YouTube. Her name is Zoe Delaney, and I'm so excited to have her here because she is just such the sweetest person ever. Like, got to have her on for some reading sprints, and like, I don't know, my heart just feels a certain way every time I like get to interact with her because she is just so sweet and wholesome. So I'm so excited to have her here. So the book club discussion will be Monday, October 23rd. I know there's probably going to be a lot of like Halloween spooky thriller readathons happening, and I was really debating between the 23rd or the 30th, which is the day before Halloween, and I don't know, I just felt like I kind of battled back and forth. So I was like, let's just do the 23rd. Let's do it a little bit earlier. That way you guys can get a little bit more excited about it. So for the book that we will be reading, it is going to be Spare Room by Andrea Bartz. So Zoe actually sent me like 4 picks, and I was like legitimately excited about all of them, but I asked her to pick and she chose this one, which I'm equally excited for, which I think it's really weird because we also had Julia Bartz as a book club pick. So, and I think they're sisters if I'm not mistaken. I'm really excited about this one because I do love me a good domestic thriller, and I feel like this one just has all the things I need to make it a really good domestic thriller. So let's hope it's a 5-star read for both of us. This one just says, Kelly's new life in Philadelphia has turned into a nightmare. She's friendless and jobless, and the lockdown has trapped her into a tiny apartment with the man she gave up everything for, who's just calling off their wedding. Their only bright spot is the newly rekindled friendship with her childhood friend Sabrina, now a glamorous best-selling author with a handsome, high-powered husband. When Sabrina and Nathan offer Kelly an escape hatch, volunteering the spare room of the remote Virginia mansion, I live in Virginia, bonus points, she jumps at the chance to run away from her old life. There, Kelly secretly finds herself falling for both her enchanting host, until one night a wild and unexpected threesome leads to the couple to open their marriage for her. At first, Kelly loves being a part of the risque new world, but when she discovers that the last woman they invited into their marriage is missing, she starts to wonder if they could be dangerous and if she might be next. So I'm super excited. I feel like this is going to be kind of a sexy domestic thriller. Like, I don't know. I'm super excited about this one. So good pick, Zoe. Again, book club discussion will be on October 23rd. 8 p.m. Eastern here on my channel. Oh, I completely forgot to mention, we have a Discord for this book club. The link is down below in the description box. But during the whole month, we actually, you know, chat and talk about the book throughout the month before the live show. So those of you who aren't able to make the live show can still interact and talk with one another, including myself. So if you want to be like in the know, see earlier content, and get to interact with other Sleep When I'm Dead members, I highly recommend that you check out that link down below. Okay, so the next 2 months, I actually don't have the books because they haven't been published yet. So for the month of November, I'm super excited to have Elizabeth from Reading Riley come back. If you didn't know, Elizabeth was actually a co-host last year where we actually read an Alice Feeney book. And now I'm like super excited because now she's going to come back and do a new book, which I'm so excited because it is a new release, one of my most anticipated. So the book club will be again on Monday, November 27th, 8 p.m. Eastern here on my channel. And we will be reading Midnight is the Darkest Hour by Ashley Winstead. I'm so excited because all of her other 2 thriller books I've read, which is In My Dreams I Hold a Knife and The Last Housemaid. I actually gave those books like 4 and 5 stars, so I'm really excited to see what this one is all about. This one says it comes as a gothic southern thriller about a killer hunting down a small Louisiana town where 2 outcasts, the preacher's daughter and the boy from the wrong side of the tracks, hold the key to uncovering the truth. It says it stands for verity and a flicker in the dark. It's a twisted tale of murder, obsession, love, and the beastly urges that lie dominant within all of us. I kind of want to go into that one knowing little to none, so hopefully that's enough for you to possibly want to pick up the book. Again, the Discord link down below has all of this information, and I'm also going to link the books down below so that way if you are interested in picking up a copy, you have that as well. And then to end the year in December, we have the December pick, which I had my really good friend Gabby from Gabbing About Books. She is one of the sweetest people ever, and I know she's got like such a crazy hectic life, and I'm just so excited that she's actually going to take time, try to read the book, and also do a book discussion with us. So the book club discussion will be a little bit earlier just because of all the holidays, but it will be December 18th, which is a Monday at 8 p.m. here again on my channel. And I'm so excited because we have another Christmas thriller. Like, how perfect. So we actually have Christmas Presents by Lisa Unger, and this actually comes out in October. So if you are interested in picking up this book, it does come out way earlier than actually Christmas. All right, this one says, instead of Christmas presents this Christmas, a true crime podcaster is opening up a cold case. Madeline Martin has built a life for herself as the young owner of the thriving business, The Next Chapter Bookstore, despite her tragic childhood and now needing to care for her infirm father. When Hartley Granger, a failed novelist turns true crime podcaster, drifts into her shop in the days before Christmas, he seems intent on digging up events that Madeline would have much rather forgotten. She's the only surviving victim of Evan Handy, the man who was convicted of murdering her best friend Steph and is suspected in the disappearance of 2 sisters, also good friends of Madeline's, who have been missing for nearly a decade. I'm gonna stop right there because again, that just sounds so freaking good, and especially around the holidays, creepy. So those are the picks for October, November, and December. It's so hard to like wrap my head around that we are closing another year of Sleep When I'm Dead. So I hope you guys are excited for these book club picks, and I hope you guys will join us either on Discord and in the live shows. Again, all the information's down below. All right, so now we're going to talk about the September TBR that I have going on. Also, to kind of throw in Sleep When I'm Dead, I do have a readathon happening this month. I'm trying to make it like a super casual, like no like pressure readathon for the month of September, because if you didn't know, Sleep When I'm Dead actually turns 2 this year. For September 15th, 16th, and 17th, I am going to be hosting a 72-hour readathon where honestly, just get as much read as you want. You can read whatever. It doesn't even have to be thrillers. I just think it's really cool to have all of us come in and just get as much read, talk about books, and all that fun stuff. I do have an announcement video for the readathon here, and I'll link that down below as well. But to kind of give a recap, I do have a few reading prompts. You don't have to stick to them, but I think it's more fun if you do. So 15th, 16th, and 17th of September. On the 15th, I will be hosting some reading sprints on Friday night, 8 p.m. Eastern on my channel. And then also Sunday at noon, I will be doing some reading sprints. And I've asked all my previous co-hosts to come in and do some reading on reading sprints if and when they are available. Hopefully you guys are excited for that. And for the reading prompts, it is to read a book featuring your favorite color, which let me show you the book that I want to read. So I think I found the perfect cover to cover this because my favorite color is purple, but I also love yellow almost just as much. So for that reading prompt, I have Just Another Missing Person by Gillian McAllister and purple and yellow. So this one just says, there's a man out there, his weapon isn't a gun or a knife, it's a secret. Olivia, 22 years old, no history of running away, last seen on CCTV entering a dead-end alley, but not coming back out again, missing for 1 day and counting. So rude for my camera to just like cut off while I was reading that, so I'm just gonna start over. Julia, the detective heading up the case. She knows what to expect. A desperate family, a ticking clock, and the long hours away from her daughter. But Julia has no idea how close to home this case is going to get because her family's safety depends on one thing. Julia must not find out what happened to Olivia and must frame someone else for her murder. What would you do? So, sounds really good. I have the audiobook already lined up for this one, so I'm very excited, and I feel like this is just the perfect one for purple and yellow. So the second prompt is to read a book that's been recommended to you, and I have so many books that have been recommended to me, but there's one that's been on my TBR for quite a bit this year, and I definitely want to read it. It is The Guilt Trip by Sandy Jones. I just feel like this would be such a good like escapism for like the end of summer, and I don't know, I'm really intrigued to read this one. I have read one other Sandy Jones and I wasn't a fan, but I've heard really good things about this one. This one's been on my TBR like in videos before. I just know it's about like a group of friends who, like, there's a bunch of couples. It's like Rachel and Jack, Paige and Noah, and Will. And then Will actually has a fiance named Allie, and they're all traveling to Portugal for Will and Allie's destination weddings. There's secrets, there's lies, all that fun stuff. So I'm really excited to read this one, and hopefully we'll get to both of them. And then the last prompt I don't have a book for because, again, giving credit to Gwen for this amazing prompt idea, and that is to read a Sleep When I'm Dead book club pick that you haven't read yet. Obviously, I've read all of my book club picks, except one. I did DNF one, but I'm not rereading that. So I do have a graphic. It is also in Discord, but these are all the books that have been picked over the past 2 years. So I think there's like 25 books that you could pick from. So let me know which one of the books you plan on picking up for any of the prompts, but specifically this one in the comments. Okay, and then lastly, I do want to like embrace more mood reading. So I don't really have that many more books that I have on this TBR, but I do have some books that I have like some commitments for. So let's talk about that. So I'm actually going to be on my friend Gwen's podcast called Talk Bookish To Me, which I'm super excited about because we are doing another book club discussion. I feel like you guys love when we do book club discussions on our podcast together. So I'm really excited about this one because this was not on my radar. Gwen asked me, I read the synopsis, I was like, ooh, this actually sounds really good. So I'm excited to read Stranger Diaries by Ellie Griffith. That definitely says Griffith, my bad. This one just sounds really good. I'd never heard of this author or this book, so I'm really excited to read this one. This one says, Clara Cassidy, a high school teacher specializing in the Gothic writer R.M. Holland, is no stranger to murder. But when one of Claire's colleagues is found dead with the line from Holland's iconic story, The Stranger, left by her body, Claire is horrified to see that her life collide with her favorite literature. The police suspect that the killer is someone Claire knows. Unsure whom to trust, she turns to her diary, her only outlet for her suspicions and fears. Then, one day she notices something odd. Writing that isn't hers, left on the page of an old diary. Hello, Claire. You don't know me. Claire becomes more certain than ever. The stranger has to come to terrifying life. But can the ending be rewritten in time? Love that. It's kind of giving me a little dark academia vibes a little bit. I don't know, but this one just sounds really, really good. Also, this cover, it's giving me like, it's giving me American Horror Story season 1. So I'm very excited to read this one. So the podcast episode will go live on September 25th. So make sure you go, check out the podcast, pick up the copy so that way you can kind of get the ins and outs of this one. So I'm very excited to read this one and get a good deep dive of this. All right, and then the last book I want to talk about, this was actually on my TBR from last month. It actually works out that I didn't read it last month because I'm actually going to read it this month for another YouTuber's book club. So if you didn't know, my good friend Sav from Riveting Reads has invited me as well as Gwen to be on her book club pick for both of us as well as her to discuss a book, and I'm super excited and I cannot wait. But I'm so excited because this was not high on my anticipated list until maybe a month and a half ago, but I'm so excited to read it. We will be reading Lisa Jewell's None of This Is True. So this is the new Lisa Jewell book. Lisa Jewell has not been like a super all-time favorite thriller author of mine, but I do appreciate her work. But I've heard a lot of people who love Lisa Jewell say this is her favorite Lisa Jewell picks. So I'm super excited about this one. I cannot wait. I'm just gonna read the little like snippet just to save on time. When a famous podcaster interviews a stranger promising to divulge the story of a lifetime, secrets emerge that threaten to expose the truth of the lives they both worked hard to protect and project. Super excited. I think it's amazing that this one is also about a podcast, and we're going to have Gwen, who is a podcaster. So I'm excited to have like that twist and take on it. So definitely make sure you pick up a copy, get it read this month, and that way you can join us for the live show. All right, so those are all the books I have. I only have 4 on my TBR, but again, I am trying to embrace more mood reading, and I really think that's going to help me with the other readathon that's happening in the month of September. I'm not 100% sure if I'll be able to participate because it literally starts the day after my own readathon, and that is the Upside Down readathon. So I'm still trying to get other information because I just saw the information yesterday. So I didn't really come prepared, but I think I'm just going to mood read, you know? I think that's the vibe. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys are excited about the book club picks, as well as the, you know, the podcast book discussion, as well as the other book club discussion that I'm doing on Staff's channel. So I'm super excited. All the links to other creators, the podcast, Sleep When I'm Dead, everything I've mentioned is in the description box, so make sure you check that out. If you've made it this far, you know, it's September, it's the beginning of fall, so put any type of leaf emoji down in the comments if you've made it this far. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe, hit that thumbs up. It really does support my channel. Love you guys, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.
Hello, Ramona. I can't shake the simplest feeling beyond the ghost.